is no way I could have heard the perspectives through anyone in my network that I've heard from my mentor this year. He is at a level of executive leadership and working in situations that I am aspiring to, but I sort of only have opinions right now. And I have what I think, and I have my own professional ethics, but his ability to anticipate situations that I'm trying to be in and give me some guidance and some best practices before I'm there is going to be invaluable to preparing me for when I'm there, right? My colleagues, people I work with, you all have things we're working in. He's been there. The mentors that are in this program have been there, and they've made mistakes too, and they know how to help you as you're coming up on these potential mistakes and successes, and help give you some new thinking and guidance. So I think it's definitely the mentor work, and then also the assignments are a little bit more than just tell me what you want your job to be, right? They're about your professionalism and your, to be frank about it, your adulthood, as a serious professional. And as we go higher in career, this tends to take more of a center stage role. There are lots of people with the skills, with the basic skills, the people that understand how to build trust, how to contribute and be of help to a network, really produce accomplishments that people value. Those are the people that are going to be more successful, and the program helps to kind of bring that. Appreciative to the program and to you and your team, and this has been a great year experience, but I expect to be involved with We Build Character for many years to come.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
It's been wonderful. It's not a huge amount of time, but we're able to, time I do have with, for instance, this year I'm working with a mentee named Holly. She's just a wonderful person. Does just a great job, very energetic, very interested in learning and excelling at her career, and it kind of warms the heart a little bit when you get a chance to work with somebody like that, somebody with that skill set, but still looking to expand and get better at her career and increase her abilities.
It was my way to try to be involved in something to give back to my profession.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been blessed over the years to have mentors. One being my county executive, Elbrus Patterson, who's mentored me in the management of government and really how to be just kind of a good all-around leader in many cases. My goal was to give back to those in our profession some of those same lessons and skill sets that were given to me very generously by other people.
I like to help people. I like to see people succeed. I like to share some of my experience because I've had some ups and downs and some really unique experiences, and if I can help somebody do something a little different and not suffer like I did, and not have, I didn't have the benefit of a mentor in my career, and so that whole mentoring program, I really didn't, I found them in different ways, but had I had someone that was truly in a program that was invested in helping me step through very specific things, would have been, I think, tremendous for me as well. So I'm just trying to get that too, I guess, even as a mentor. So.
Our workforce is beginning to retire. 30% of our workforce in Oakland County is going to be eligible to retire in the next 3 years. How are we going to fill those voids in people if we aren't getting the trained people we need out of college or really out of life? What you're doing with We Build Character is filling a void. And the void is, how do you teach people to be strong leaders? How do you work with them to bring out their inner leader or their ability to work with others? You know how hard it is sometimes for people to sit across the table and look at another person in the eye? I mean, a foundational skill like that. You're now providing opportunity for people that may have not been able to branch out or be able to grow in that area. You've provided an opportunity for them to do that. And I think We Build Character does take care of a large portion of what we're struggling to achieve. And that's working with people to learn how to be leaders and how to be successful in their careers.
part of the thing that you have to learn, and that's where we come in and where we can really help, is how do you transition from being the doer to being the strategic thinker, to being the one that's not focused just on how do I write a program, how do I, solve this business process, to really how do I run the business. And I think that that's something that this program has really brought to the table.
Which, by the way, is the most structured mentoring program I've ever been involved with, which I think is the bonus and the win, because there's projects, there's requirements, there's things that the mentee has to do. So you almost hand them a roadmap on what they need to do to get this service.
Again, when you're getting mentoring from the folks inside your corporation, inside your department possibly, you're somewhat limiting yourself because you're basing things on their experience at that company. And a lot of times when we want to bring people up in an organization, we want them to have experiences and knowledge from things outside, bring in some new ideas, some new thoughts. And I think it's important to have mentors inside and outside, so you can have a full range, or at least a larger range, than maybe potentially some of your competition within the company. But you really want outside opinions as well as inside, because many of the folks that are in leadership roles in companies have been there a long time. So it's helpful to bring in some new ideas and some new thoughts from maybe other fields, other industries that can help them out.
Well, We Build Character allows you to get these relationships where you can break down yourself as a mentor and break down the mentee, find out what we're good at, what we're not good at, and then work on those weaknesses and make them strong, and then make sure we don't let our strengths lapse over time. I think that's been rewarding for me. It's allowed me to spread my wings a bit as a leader, learn how to deal with different people, because not all mentees are the same, as not all mentors are the same. And that's the real world when you get into the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an opportunity here, and I think We Build Character is doing an incredible job making that happen.
I think just seeing the different folks develop and see them excel at their chosen field, and it really is very nice to see some people that are doing very well in their career, but they just want to take it to such a higher level. It's really exciting to watch. You like to think nobody has the problems we have, right? But no, the challenges that they have are similar, and working through it with them and maybe helping them see some different angles on things and him providing some more feedback, you learn so much about different fields and different areas of technology that you wouldn't have had the opportunity to do. So it's a great learning experience for everybody involved.
Wonderful.
The biggest thing that they have to be committed towards is getting something out of for themselves. I've seen mentees come in where they think that it's something to put on the resume, and it's really not that. It's their program. We're here to help. I don't expect anything out of my mentee other than to just try.
My advice would be, one, go in eyes wide open. This is a learning experience. And it's hard for some of us that have been in the profession for a while to get back to the day when our mind was a big sponge and all the people did is just kept splashing stuff into it and we would retain it. So go in eyes wide open. Next, you get out of it what you put into it. If you don't want to achieve the end goal, then you're not going to put the effort in. And if you don't put the effort in, you're not going to achieve the goal. I mean, it's just the way it is. So you have to dedicate time. You have to be willing to put time into it. The other part of this that I think is somewhat unique is it's a people issue. It's not a knowledge issue. It's a how do you work with people? And if you believe that is a weakness, working with people, then a program like this is for you. Because you have no choice but to work with people. Now, if you think you're this people person and you want to do this for other reasons, that's fine, but then you better exercise those people skills. Because there's a lot of one-on-one interaction. There's a lot of interaction in front of groups. Those that are afraid of public speaking are going to learn a whole lot about public speaking very soon. And you just have to want it. You have to get in there and do it.
it's been a great opportunity. I enjoy it. It's something that's the bright part of my bad days, is knowing that I have an opportunity to just kind of do something a little different and really help people, and that's why we're all here.
Well, I want to say thank you to We Build Character for doing something that our world needs, and that's bringing people together to advance people's careers in an area that we desperately need good qualified people for. So I want to thank you and We Build Character for also providing me the opportunity to give back. So it's one thing to want to give back, it's another to have the actual opportunity to do it. So I appreciate that opportunity. It's enriched me in many ways to be part of the program, so I appreciate it.